Godstorm is a tactical TTRPG in the same lineage as Lancer, Beacon, and D&D 4e. It is science fantasy set in the equivalent time period of the later parts of the First Industrial Revolution. I preface this setting because the death of in the Industrial Revolution was not uncommon, specifically around labor regulations. The Haymarket Affair and the Pullman strikes are two examples, but there's plenty more before and after. There was also starvation, machinery accidents, mining disasters, exhaustion, and disease. In Godstorm, you are a Marked One, a person given magical powers along with 15% or so of the city's population. You've trained these powers, making you fairly unique. It takes time and energy to train, and most people don't have the ability to do so. You're roughly 2% or less of the population, and getting someone on board with whatever the group needs done after you die would be very difficult. So death mechanics to me are on a per game basis. I just had a player character die in my Pathfinder campaign 2 days ago at the time of this recording. RIP Teresa. The dice and the players chose the fate, and what happened, happened. In Godstorm, though, this wouldn't work the same. I enjoy separating mechanics and lore. I think they can be a good thing. And death is kind of one of those examples for me. So no stories actually come from the dead, right? Once you are dead, you are put into the ground. There's nothing to be said about you ever again unless you have ghosts or whatever, and reanimation. Godstorm doesn't work like that. Once you are dead, your story's done. And because of that, and because there's a lack of new bodies, it's kind of difficult to continue on. I want the players to be the main characters of the story. When they accomplish something, they can feel good about it. They can have an end to the story. They can write the ending of whatever it is they sought out, whatever their goals are. And finally, there are things worse than death. Your loved ones being ripped away from you or killed while you can do nothing to change the outcome. Your city, home, all your memories going up in flames. An everlasting evil that is set to wreak havoc. Preventing these things might be worth dying for. So now entering how we die and the mechanics of it. So Godstorm is an opt-in death game, which means that you are by default never going to die. No matter what dumb shit you do, you are going to live and you're going to continue your story. In combat, where most of the game takes place, once you fall to 0 HP, you're roughly like falling unconscious, you're on the ground, you can use limited abilities, you can't really make a large impact. But you can make an impact. I'm tired of playing games like Lancer, for example, where I get unlucky on the first turn and my mech is destroyed and I'm just sitting there for the better part of 3 hours. Or in D&D, if I get brainwashed and I'm gone for the entire session. These things don't appeal to me. I want to at least be doing something or making an impact or having my story continue to be told even when I am down. Now, there is circumstances where when you are at 0, you have decided that there is an issue and you need to solve it. An example that I give in the book is setting goals to kill one of your enemies, a specific one, protecting a specific ally and making sure that they do not go down, or buying some time for your allies, being a distraction. And this ultimately likely comes with your death. And you have to be okay with that when you defy fate. You have to understand that. And that is the main mechanic in death in Godstorm. So now we have to talk about defying death. So we have reincarnation. In Godstorm, there are currently 2 people in the lore that can resurrect a person. They can do it monthly, and it has a 1/5 chance of working. It is very unlikely to bring someone back, and they're basically kept, not as slaves, but as servants for royalty, and they bring back anyone who is deemed important dies. Necromancy in Godstorm does also exist, but it is more akin to there being puppets and you controlling these puppets. They just so happen to be meat or bone puppets, and controlling these really helps still give off the vibe, but without controlling souls. It also doesn't make anything innately evil, you're just strange. And that's pretty much all I have for death in 5 minutes. I could ramble about this for hours, and if you want to talk to me more, you can contact me on Discord at Siix. You can look at that link, and you can also reach out to me on Blue Sky at Siix.bsky.social. Thank you. Appreciate you. I got playtests going on in Godstorm. The alpha is currently ongoing at the pre-alpha. I expect the alpha to be done in about 3 months, and then it will be publicly available for all to play.